Ciao, fellow Kotanas, and welcome back to my channel. I am Copivian, and today I am doing a review of a very interesting movie that I just recently saw on Tubi, actually, and it is called Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies. This movie was made back in 2013, or it came out in 2013 anyway, and it's written and directed by Cody Knotts. Production by Principalities of Darkness, and it was distributed by none other than Troma Entertainment. So, this movie, the best way I can describe it is it's Return of the Living Dead meets Dawn of the Dead, the remake, meets wrestling. Legitimately, that's the best way I can describe it. It is pure chaos, fun, with a little bit of a punk style thrown in there. And it's so great because it features some of the greatest wrestling personas of all time. Names like Roddy Piper, the franchise Shane Douglas, Matt and Reby Hardy. You got Hacksaw Jim Duggan in there. And cannot forget about the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And I was searching through Tubi, and I just happened to come across this movie. And I looked at the description of it, and I had to watch it, especially since I saw who was in it. This ride was something that I didn't expect to take. So basically, the story is as follows. It starts out at an independent wrestling show, and in the back, franchise Shane Douglas comes across his girlfriend, or then girlfriend anyway, Taya Parker, cheating on him with his best friend, Brutalizer Billy, who those two would, of course, have a match later on during this independent wrestling show, where an incident where franchise does a pile driver, kind of a tombstone variation nonetheless, does that pile driver in the ring, and it kills Brutalizer Billy, which of course upsets his brother, Angus. And Angus goes on to make a deal with an ancient demon to get revenge on the franchise Shane Douglas. Franchise, of course, later on takes a deal to appear at a independent wrestling show at an abandoned prison. This is already shaping up to be chaos as it goes on. This film goes from crazy to psycho bonkers crazy really freaking fast. So as we get the group together with Roddy Piper, franchise, Taya Parker, Matt and Reby, and a few others, including Kurt Angle, eventually comes to the abandoned prison. The chaos ensues. The madness ensues, and it is all the makings of Return of the Living Dead kind of madness. It is entertaining to the point that it makes you laugh where you probably should be more grossed out, where some people might be. Me, I was just busting out laughing the entire time because it was honestly kind of funny. And not so much what was going on was funny, not the murdering zombie madness, but it was more just how the characters reacted and how it kind of made the sudden moments that would occur were just so wild and so amazing. Roddy Piper and the group, of course, get locked in the locker room where they eventually find a way out. Also, Matt and Reby, before the group gets in there, well, they have some alone time. As you would expect, because they can't keep their hands off of each other in this movie at all. The thing here is that once they get out of this locker room, it becomes Dawn of the Dead, the remake, when the mall gets overran with zombies. It's gone. It's everybody for themselves. No holds barred action, literally. So Matt gets strayed from the group, does some really good wrestling with the zombies in a, well, prison cell block cage match. Like I said, it gets crazy. And eventually we find out where he became Broken Matt Hardy. Or in this case, maybe Torn Apart Matt Hardy. They get dispatched. We move on into some just crazy goodness with Shane Douglas. The franchise goes on to not only say thank you to Hacksaw Jim Duggan for standing up for him for the incident with Brutalizer Billy, but also ends up betraying him, as you will kind of would expect, but also it's kind of a shock that they take out Hacksaw in the fashion that they do. Seems real easy. So Shane Douglas betrays Hacksaw, locking a door, and leaves Hacksaw to be zombie nom-noms. Whereas Roddy Piper and his kind of girlfriend Sarah, who is basically the goddess warrior Sheena to a degree in this movie, who is also played by Adrienne Fisher, and she does an impeccable job in this movie kicking zombies' butt. Plain and simple. But it is such a crazy turn of events when these two are Tallahasseeing zombies, basically, left and right. I mean, it's just amazing that the attention to detail as well, because literally while Roddy's in the prison kitchen fighting off zombies, you might spot a coconut. When I saw that moment, I'm like, okay, I see where this is headed now. It's anything goes, false count anywhere, let's do this thing. So now we go to a little bit more of an emotional side to this movie. Roddy happens across Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who is at this point already turned into one of the undead horde, and at this point proceeds to give a look that was actually kind of heart-wrenching from Roddy Piper. For those of you who are wrestling fans, you might know or have seen an interview he has done before where he actually talks about the death of his fellow companions in wrestling in real life. Not in the movie. This is in real life. And this was almost that kind of look within this fictional movie. And it brings it down. And all of a sudden, you're going through the roof. Now you're back to grounded. Now you're back to Roddy is really portraying a character that is kind of him, but is also not him. And you see it in his face. Another friend has died. And this time I have to end it. And it's not the only time. There's another one earlier or later in the film where he's talking to Shane Douglas about that he knows that Shane Douglas wanted to kill Brutalizer Billy in that match. And it's so heart-wrenching to see Roddy Piper, even in a movie like this, pull so much emotion out while there is so much chaos going on around him. And it just proves how good of an actor Roddy Piper is. Such an amazing man. Such an amazing actor. Such an amazing wrestler. Truly missed is Roddy Piper today. Truly. He brought something to this film that I never expected. While it's going, 1,000 out of the frames of groundedness, Rowdy Piper is there to keep it grounded. And he does an amazing job at that. Shane Douglas, on the other hand, is the more unlikable character. He's more of the heel persona for the group. There's always got to be that one. Every zombie movie has to be that one character that is more of the heel type persona or the despicable type of character. That would be franchise Shane Douglas in this movie. He plays that character so well. Again, slightly based on the real wrestler, but definitely has its own feel to it. This character, or this version of franchise, is such a heelish, on the line to face persona that it's like he could jump over to being the face at any point in time and be the last survivor. But that's not what ends up happening, of course. Well, it kind of is. At the end, he does, after being emotionally shattered by the main protagonist, Angus, after having to dispatch his own family members, he is eventually offed by Angus himself. But franchise not only betrays Hacksaw, he also locks himself inside of one of the prison cells, leaving an independent wrestler facade to the zombies, where we get some really cool parkour-like action. The cinematography is not great. I mean, it's really not. There's not a lot of, Spielberg-type shots in this. There's not a lot of the Guillermo del Toro storytelling and camera work and all the other stuff that goes along with bigger filmmakers. This is very Troma type style movie making, guerrilla style movie making almost. It left a good impression on me. I would definitely watch it again. Is it the greatest zombie movie ever? Absolutely not. Is it the greatest wrestling movie ever? Absolutely not. But it has a part in there where it has enough substance from everyone involved to be watchable again. And again, in my opinion, this movie, while you could say it looks like it was filmed on a potato to a degree, at the same time, the acting by everyone involved is great. Roddy Piper, who of course we've all seen, I'm sure, in They Live, which is a great movie in its own right. Roddy Piper stands alone in this film. He is undoubtedly the broken down hero, where he is losing his friends left and right. He's losing his wrestling companions left and right, but he's still fighting and he's still pushing on. But it's those scenes where he takes this gone bonkers crazy movie and grounds it down again. Those are the moments that are like where you see it. You see the pain, the real pain that he lives with. It's just amazing the work that everyone involved put in. And I think that they honestly should be proud of this movie. It was a really interesting movie. It was a really good movie for an independent style film like this. And I've seen plenty of them. And I've seen my fair share of bad. And I've seen my fair share of meh. And I've seen my fair share of good to that is absolutely great. This one, for me, falls under that category of it was really good. It was a really good film at the end. Can't say that the effects were excellent, but you get what you get with these types of films. And if you can't love these films, then you really can't love film in general, because these types of films are where a lot of the filmmaking today has came from. This is a movie where a lot of the old style filmmaking from even the 50s and 40s to 60s to maybe even 70s, that's where a lot of that has come from to make the movies that are big time today what they are today. So I'm going to end this review right here. If y'all like this video, go ahead and put a sleeper on that thumb button. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, twist a fade it, and join in the club of the Cortanas. If you want to leave a comment down below, leaving your own review of this movie, what you thought of it, go ahead. If you want to leave a request on any other videos you may want to see me do, whether it be other reviews of movies or any other types of things, or any other reacting reviews, or Let's Plays, go ahead, put them down in the comments down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Aside from all that, always remember to imagine your dream, create your happiness, and live your life on the edge, and I will see you in that next episode. See ya.